Hey, Matt.
Hi, Nick.
You wanna watch a Dota game I played?
I have a feeling you do.
Well, I mean, sort of. I don't particularly want to watch this match that we played, but
But you do want to talk about Dota.
I want to talk about Dota, and talking about Dota while playing Dota would be a very daunting task.
Yes, I can only imagine.
So, this is a replay of an online game I played.
Okay.
It's a replay of probably the best. I played it with 3 buddies.
And
And
two
then
random.
random people on our team, and then
Okay.
all random other team. And I did probably the best I had done in this game,
Juggernaut.
which is still not
Knows his way around the
great.
blade, all right.
Okay.
I do not profess to be a Dota 2
Not a Dota master?
expert
Yeah.
in any shape, regard, or form. And I also actually skip ahead a little. It's weird.
Yeah, we don't need to see the whole character selection.
So I also
Places
really love
everyone.
it, though.
Sure. Yeah.
My love for this game outweighs my skill at it. And
Yeah, this has been a Dota house for the past week.
yeah,
for
the
those that-
international just ended a few days ago as
Yep.
of this recording, and yeah, it was
It ended yesterday. Yeah.
it was great.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It ended. Yeah. We're recording this on the Monday after the Sunday
Yes.
that Alliance swept through,
Yes.
and
That was a great final
that it was pretty great.
finale
It was
to the international.
Pretty
Yeah.
great.
But we're not talking about that game. We're going to talk about this game.
We're talking about this game.
So,
But we're talking about Dota in general also.
so what the hell is Dota in general?
30
So-
seconds to showtime.
Dota is... That's me playing my buddy, the Witch Doctor.
Yep.
He's my favorite character. Dota is a multiplayer online battle arena,
A MOBA.
a MOBA,
That's what the cool kids say.
or also known as another word. Well, that's actually what I learned recently. The League of Legends people call it.
They call it MOBA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Game is on.
And Valve actually tried to call it Action RTS.
Oh,
Or
weird.
Arts for short.
Of course they
War
did. Yeah.
beds.
That's silly.
And
That did not stick.
it didn't stick. No, people went with MOBA. Probably because League of Legends is the bigger one.
Yeah.
It's easily the biggest one in this genre of games.
Okay.
I tried League of Legends a couple times in the past. Never really stuck. For whatever reason, Dota 2 has me completely enthralled.
Yeah, I'll say.
I'll get into that later. But yeah, I mean, the MOBA games are, I mean, everyone probably knows what they are, but the basic structure is there's 3 lanes, there's like waves of enemy soldiers that mindlessly march down each lane.
Those guys. Yep.
Yep, these guys right here. They march down towards the enemy base, and the ultimate goal is to get into the enemy base and destroy this thing, which is the Ancient.
Okay.
And
Hence,
Dota.
hence Defense of the Ancient.
Well, yeah. This game and this whole genre started as a mod called Defense of the Ancients, or
Yeah.
Dota. That actually legally is not what Dota 2 stands for anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now it's just Dota. It's not even. It's not.
Yeah, it's just a Dota 2. It's
Yeah.
just, yeah,
That's all it is.
weird.
That's funny. This was a Warcraft.
It was a Warcraft
mod?
3 mod.
Yeah. Once upon a time.
Once
yeah.
upon a time. And this is a Valve hired one of the many people that worked on that mod over the years. Mm-hmm. They hired the guy that was still currently working and maintaining it,
Yeah.
popularly known on the internet as Ice Frog.
Okay.
And him and other people at Valve and whatever, they designed and put out this game, Dota 2.
Sure.
Which
This has been in beta for a long time.
it's been in beta for 2 years, I think.
Okay, it just came
only
out.
just released a week ago.
Okay.
It released, well, more than a week ago. They released right before the international preliminary started. So
Okay.
I guess that was 2 weeks ago.
Sure.
Whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
It's
but
completely meaningless.
It's out
in
now,
the
so
context
yeah.
of this video that's going to be recorded.
Yeah.
People might watch this 3 years from now and go, "What are you talking about?"
Dota 2 out now. Whatever year you're watching this video.
These creeps. So you're blah blah blah. It's 5-on-5 teams. Everyone plays a hero.
Same map
Character.
every game, right?
Same map
Yep.
every game. And 5 people on the team playing a hero and destroy the base.
Yep.
It's not even really a map at this point. It's the court.
Sure.
That the sport of Dota is played on.
Sure, yeah. It just looks fancy, but
Yeah.
it really is just a 3-lane, game court.
It's the pitch.
Yeah.
It's the Lord's pitch, if
Yeah.
you're an Idle Thumbs fan. So, this game, I should not like this game.
Yeah.
I don't know why I like this game.
I don't either, but yeah. But you do.
I mean, I do know why I like this game, but it on paper, this is not a game that I would have ever predicted I would like. Mm-hmm. Because there's so much stuff about it that is just obtuse.
Yeah.
Some could argue obtuse for the sake of being obtuse, but for me, I actually think it's more of a obtuse for the sake of having a really high skill ceiling
Sure.
and giving the players a lot of options and a lot of different stuff to do when the game is playing out. A lot of different ways that they can go about their objective of destroying the Ancient.
Sure. Well, and to that effect, aren't there? It's like 100 characters, even.
There's
I mean,
121?
Yeah.
120 something.
So from
1 or 2.
from the character selection stage at the very beginning, you have a lot of options.
Yep. And every character is completely different.
Yeah, that to me
100%.
is just insane.
Like, right here we have this guy. This is Sniper. This is my buddy playing Viper in the mid lane. Each character has anywhere from 3 to 5. The vast majority of the characters have 4 skills, and they're known by the default keyboard button that you use to launch them.
Okay.
Q, W, E, and R. So this is the Q skill for Viper, and this is E, and then the R is, and actually that guy just fired it off. That every character, the R is every character's ultimate.
Oh, okay.
So you get that at level 6. It's always a real big move. It's always like a big deal when you fire off your ultimate.
Okay.
It's either a move that does a ton of damage or has a really huge utility or support usage or something like that.
Sure. But back up just a little bit and like character like in a nutshell. So you control the one character
Yep, you control one character.
and you only have like your 3 to 5
go-to.
moves.
Yeah, so this is actually a direct replay of what I was seeing when I was playing this match.
Okay.
And I'm
Yeah,
playing
let's stay on your
I'm playing Witch Doctor, this
Yeah.
guy right here.
stay on your camera just to make things easier here. At least for a while. But then like you have a whole set of stats and you have a whole inventory and
Yep, every character has the characters level up over the course of the match.
Okay.
There's no progression outside of each individual match.
Sure.
So when you level up a hero at the end of the match,
So a match
whatever.
is game beginning to end.
Yep.
And as you succinctly said before, like it's kind of like an entire MMO wrapped up in the span of 45 minutes, really.
Yeah, it's
I mean-
it's kind of like the progression of an entire character. I mean, it's simplified, obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
'Cause each character has 3 stats: strength, agility, and intelligence. One of those stats is going to be their primary stat, which means that's the one that is the one most responsible for the amount of damage you're doing. Every character has a base attack. Every character has an armor and a physical move speed,
Yeah.
as well as hit points and mana. So, there's a lot of stats.
Yeah. That you have to
going on,
manage.
and you have to manage all of that. The stats go up by 1 point every time you level up. Every time you level up, you also get a point to spend in one of your 4 skills, or you can actually spend a point leveling up your stats, which
Okay.
will increase all your stats by 1 point.
So what level would you typically get to in a game? I know every game is different, obviously.
Yeah, every game is different.
What would like a good average
Probably
be?
around like 20s.
Okay.
Like late teens, early 20s.
So if
max level's 25.
Okay, so if you're playing an average length match, you're, fiddling with this stuff like every 2 minutes,
Yeah.
While everything else in the game is going on in real time. People are attacking and etc.
And so right now, this is what is referred to as the laning phase, which is going on a little longer than, pro matches, because we're not good.
Yeah.
But the laning phase is basically just like
Attacking up the
This
lane.
isn't my perspective anymore, is it? No.
Weird.
Yeah.
So it's basically just attacking up a lane.
Well, no.
pushing your
that's
way.
called pushing.
Oh, okay.
Laning is just like occasionally harassing the other players a little bit.
Okay.
But mostly just farming experience and gold by killing the enemy creeps.
Okay, but not worrying about towers at this point,
Right.
because you're probably not powerful enough.
Yep. So, this is basically building up your hero.
Okay.
And for the most part,
Because every time you kill a creep, you get experience and gold.
Yes, every
Yeah.
time you kill a creep, you get experience in gold. If you are the person to get the last hit on anything, creeps, heroes, or towers, or whatever, you get more gold than everybody else.
Okay.
And that's a big thing in this game. It's a big deal. And there's also because of that, there is a concept of denying, where you attack your own creep or tower or even hero sometimes. Like you attack your own friendly hero on your team to deny all the gold that would have gone to the other team,
Okay. So
which is significant.
sure. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, for last hitting a creep, you get anywhere from like 20 to 50 gold.
So if you know a creep on your side is going to die, you can run up and kill it.
Yep.
And if you get last hit, then the enemy... It's not totally negated. It's just really reduced, isn't it? Gold.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
every time
For
any
denying,
every
yeah.
time every time an enemy creep dies, everyone in the area gets a little bit of gold. I'm
Okay.
pointing at the screen like you guys can see. Anyone within a certain radius
Sure.
of the thing gets a little bit of gold and experience. And experience is you always get experience.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can see here, I'm not doing super great at denies, but actually I'm doing better than anybody else in this match right now.
Yeah.
So I've denied 12 creeps,
You've killed 18?
and I've last hit 18.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Yeah. It says right there, last hit denies. Yeah.
But Sniper, on the other hand, on the other team, has gotten 34 last hits, and Drow Ranger on our team, by
Doing
comparison, has
pretty good, yeah. Now
so
36.
those two guys, Sniper and Drow Ranger, are carries,
Okay.
which is kind of it's a sort of a character class, but also a way for the player to play a character.
Okay.
What a carry means, you can a good player can play almost any character as a carry.
Okay.
A carry means you spend a lot of time farming a lot of resources on that character, and the rest of the team supports that character or characters on your team that are carries, so that they become ridiculously powerful in mid to end game.
Okay.
And they're just like a powerhouse.
Sure.
So the two main roles in this game are basically carries and supports. Support kind of speaks for itself. I mean, you support the carries, whether that's through straight up healing or just like adding a little bit of damage yourself here and there.
Okay.
Like Witch Doctor, I prefer playing supports.
Sure.
And Witch Doctor... Oh, I'm dead right now. Witch Doctor has a straight-up heal spell, you know.
Sure. So, yeah, obvious support character. Yeah.
But then he's also got stuff that is, like, less... Like, he's also got this paralyzing cast here, which he throws a skull out and it bounces around and stuns everything that it hits.
Okay.
In all of its bounces that it does. So... supports can also be a support in that regard also. Another thing is, like, his ultimate is like this little... It's basically a turret that he just plunks down on the ground, and then you're stuck while it's firing. And that's, you know, it can do some major damage. Actually, I think I might end up using it here. No. Didn't need to.
I'm gonna get that guy, though. Yep. Oh.
No, maybe not.
Yeah.
The Radiant's couriers are gone.
Oh yeah, we got his courier
Got
though.
his, yeah.
So that's cool.
Yep.
Yeah, that gets into items, which I haven't even broached yet.
Yeah.
So, but like that, it does some damage, but it's not gonna really be getting me a ton of kills.
Okay.
I mean, it can if you were a really good player and built Witch Doctor more like a support, but that's not. One of the other ways you can use it is as like a way to like route enemy players and control a section of the map because it has a range. So, and people can see it, so when you plunk it down, they're going to want to run away from it.
Sure.
So it's like, well, if you need some time, like if your carry is about to come up there, come up and help you out with some, you know, with a Zeus that keeps lightning striking you or something.
Yeah.
And being really annoying. You can plunk it down just to buy yourself a little time, and then like maybe force the player to run down here, and then you can tell your character, your friend, your ally on the team, that he's going south in the top lane, and
Sure. You killed that guy. Good job.
yeah. So another huge part of this game is, so you have this character which you're building in stats
Guess what's happening?
and level ups and everything, but then you also have items. And free camera.
Getting the business.
There's a lot of items
Yeah.
in this game. Let's go to.
Are they different per character, or are the items just set items that anyone can buy?
Anyone can buy them. The items that you want to buy are different per character.
Okay.
Watch over us.
But every character can see the same items.
Yes, every character has access to all the same items.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, there's my. There's. The
Oh yeah, your little dance. Yeah.
I love that. I'm actually gonna go back up a little bit.
Radiant's mid tower.
It's one of the reasons I like him so much. It's funny. Does a little dance,
Yep.
and then a voodoo stick shoots the guys. It's great. Yeah. See, we got that guy to run away. I
Yep.
killed that guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then the other guy bombed out, and we basically won the lane now. Now that he's not here, that's significant because
You don't want
he
him
is-
there. Yeah.
he is not in the range to get XP and gold anymore.
No.
He's
no.
scared of us now.
Yeah. Yeah. You
That
pushed him
means-
back. Yeah.
All of this is ours.
Yep.
So we're going to be gaining golden experience, and he's not.
Yeah.
And I know it was only for, you know, like half a minute, but it adds up over the course of the game.
Well, yeah, the match is only like an hour tops usually.
Yeah, like
I mean,
45 minutes is
ranges,
probably about
obviously,
average.
but yeah, so minutes matter.
Yep. So with the items, not only there's just straight up items, but things have to be crafted. So, like, for example...
How the hell do you have time to craft stuff in this game?
Well, when I say crafting, it's really just buying the items in a specific order.
Oh,
and then
okay.
sometimes you have to buy a recipe to actually do it, and then once you have all that stuff, it just automatically combines in your inventory.
Okay.
So, like, here is bracer. It's like one of the most basic items in the game. An early crafted thing. And you have to get that bracer, you have to buy a circlet,
Radiant's
you have to
top
buy a
tower
gauntlets of
is
strength, and then a recipe. And then all
Okay.
that stuff combines together automatically in your inventory, and then you have a bracer.
I see.
Which I believe
Interesting.
is coming to me on the carry right now. Or the
Excuse
carry,
me.
the courier.
Courier. Yeah. Which is a flying donkey.
Yep, he has my bracer.
Because why not? So if an enemy player kills that, you will get a bracer?
Yep,
Dyer's mid
that item is gone.
So killing that courier before was
Killing the courier,
potentially a big deal,
potentially
depending
a
on
big
what he was
deal, but
carrying, yeah.
his items were probably already delivered.
yeah.
but
Still XP and gold for the
Yeah, still XP
Yeah.
and gold, and they're locked out of their carry for like 2 minutes.
courier.
Which is, again, courier. Wow. Carry.
Carry the courier, yeah.
The couriers carry on our team. That's just how bad we are.
So-
towers in bad shape.
So yeah, to buy items, there's multiple shops around the map.
Okay.
There's a main shop in everyone's
One last
fountain,
top tower.
in their home, the corner part of their home base.
That's where you spawn.
That's where you spawn and where you start out in the
Okay.
And then yeah, they have one down here.
okay.
Yeah, let's turn on fog for both team, or yeah, whatever. Yeah, there's so much in this game, and it's great.
Getting beat down.
I weirdly love how much there is in this game. See that they're totally beating down our tower right
Yeah.
there, and that's bad.
Yeah, yeah. You
Once
want
that tower has taken damage, there's only one character in the game that can heal towers. That's Treant, and we don't have him.
No, they're gonna
So,
take this tower down right
yep,
now.
They're gonna drop this tower, and they're gonna get a sizable bounty for that.
Yeah.
They're gonna get some XP and some gold. But yeah, so there's the shop in your base. There's the my mouse is freaking out here. Come on, mouse.
And then there's spread out across the map.
There's a secret shop on both sides.
That's not so secret.
Yeah, I don't know why it's called the secret shop. Or no, the side lane shop, sorry.
Oh, okay.
This is the side shop, where you can buy a handful of the things, but not everything. And then there's the secret shop, where you have to go to buy certain items.
Okay.
And you can... So that's why you have a courier, because sometimes you
Yeah.
you need stuff, and you don't want to go all the way back to your base to go buy shit, and then bring it all back. And you can even like micromanage the courier
Somebody's on a roll.
yourself, if
Okay.
you want to, and like send the courier to the secret shop and have him pick up the stuff that you need for whatever current recipe you're building.
Crazy.
So yeah, as if all that wasn't enough, there's also Fog of War, as you can see.
yeah, yeah.
Up until now, I had it only on the fog that we could see. So we're playing on the Dire, which is always the top team here.
The red team, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's only red when you're spectating.
Dyer's top tower.
Oh.
If you're playing, your health bars are green, your enemy health bars are red,
Oh, okay, I see.
which is kind of weird and confusing.
Yeah.
They kind of should just make it
Trouble brewing.
Dire is always red.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Dyer's
whatever.
top tower's getting beat down. Radiant's
And you
bottom
can't see
tower's
them on the
in
mini
better
map,
days.
can you?
You can if they're within vision. Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
was going to talk about.
Okay.
Yeah, so down here, we have vision because we've got two heroes down here.
Sure.
But you can see there's no vision over here at all. Mm-hmm. Well, also we can see them all
Radiant's
because it's spectating too.
Okay.
So like this guy, we wouldn't normally be able to see
Okay.
right here. We wouldn't
Sure.
know that he's running up upon us until right then.
Okay.
Then we can see him.
Yep.
And we're gonna back off a little bit because of that. Probably gonna go around for the gank, maybe.
Oh, look at it go!
Do a little
Yeah.
pincer. Yeah.
Suck on the voodoo stick. No, see, but this is really dumb.
Yep.
Because I'm stuck doing my little dance and I
Yep.
just
And you're
got
getting
sniped by
hit
the tower.
at the meantime. Yep.
But, you know, it wasn't a kill by a hero, so
So it's
it wasn't quite feeding, but
Yeah.
still
you
wasn't.
still don't want to die.
You
Yeah.
don't want to die.
So this game,
Oh,
it's
there's also a day-night cycle in this.
oh yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah.
And at night, the vision is reduced for everybody on both teams, except for like there's one hero that can get around that. Actually, has better vision at night, Night Stalker, and he actually gets more powerful at night.
Okay.
But he's relatively weak during the day, so
Yeah. Oh, this game.
yeah. I haven't played a whole ton of online games yet. I do hope to play a lot more of this game.
You've done a lot of practice though with bots.
I have played a lot with bots, and I think actually the bot implementation on here is pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm
'cause-
sure someone who is way pro at this game is going to totally disagree with me with that, but
Yeah, I'm sure you'll see it in the comments. Yeah.
I think the bots are fantastic. As
Yeah.
far as just being a thing that you can do and play without the repercussions of jerks online,
Sure.
basically, and you can just get used to every hero in this game
Yeah.
is different.
Because there is such a learning curve with this game. I can only imagine.
And you have to, get used to, like, the timing of each character's attack is different. Like, I still have a hugely hard time whenever I'm playing a character that I haven't played a lot of,
The dire best do
or even switching back and forth between characters, of, like, if I'm last hitting with one, it's really difficult for me to get used to the timing of a different hero. Right
Sure,
away, you
sure.
know?
Top towers, Dire's
I don't know how everyone keeps them all straight. All the different characters, all their moves, all their nuances. You know.
Yeah, and
I mean, because when we were watching the international, the commentators are just throwing out all these tidbits and facts about every different character, like
Yeah.
it's intimate knowledge to them. It's like, well, how do you keep track of all this?
that's a little different because
The dire best
there's
do something
only-
about their bottom tower.
I mean, just like in fighting games, like there's multiple tiers of characters.
Sure.
There in pro level tournaments, no one plays Witch Doctor. for
Okay.
example.
Yeah, there's a much smaller pool where they choose
Witch
from.
Doctor is not
Towers in trouble.
Not top tier.
top tier.
Your
apparently.
favorite though, so
Yeah, he's my favorite, which means I'm never going to be a pro at this game.
well,
I have more fun playing a hero, playing a character that's fun and interesting and has character than I do
Somebody's cooking.
then the super generic.
playing
You
a
know.
character that is just top tier in the meta game right now.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't have a ton of interest in that. I do have a ton of interest in learning more about the game, and
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things I love about it so much. Is there is so much to learn, and there's so much to read and think about, and
Oh yeah, which you've done your
Which
fair
I've
share
done.
of, yeah.
a lot. And it's
Whoa,
great.
that's a big dragon guy.
And it's it's a thing where there's all this stuff to learn, and then it's, you know, you can instantly put it into practice, whether it's in bot matches or what. Like, it's,
Sure.
It's got the same.
That's four in a row.
It has the same sense of satisfaction of learning a thing, and this is true for a lot of video games. This is the same reason I like fighting games so much. It has the same satisfaction of learning stuff without having to do math and take tests, basically.
Yeah.
I can learn stuff while not being a scholar,
Sure.
and I can, you know,
Top tower's hurting.
I can know a thing about this completely trivial, stupid. I mean, yeah, you could probably say, well, you should probably take that time learning calculus or something, but
Well, it's entertainment.
it's
you know,
entertainment. Yeah,
and you enjoy it.
calculus is
You
not
have a
fun.
job. That's what you
This
get
is
paid to
fun.
do. This
Yeah.
is entertainment. Nothing wrong with that. I've only played maybe a third of the way through the tutorial.
No, you didn't even get... Well, because the later couple bits of the tutorial are actually really long.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, the last... So you played the first couple, like, guided
Yeah.
parts
Yeah.
in the tutorial. That's actually one thing. I don't think the tutorial is super great.
I was not a fan while I was playing it.
It's really slow. It's kind of boring, and it doesn't teach you a lot of stuff.
I would
I don't
agree
think-
to all of those sentiments.
I don't
Yep.
think that tutorial talks about denies at all. I don't
don't know
think
if I
it even
even got that
broaches
far,
the
but-
concept,
Yeah.
which is kind of a big deal in Dota 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it is also one of the things that sets it apart from like League of Legends. So other games in the genre, another thing that I think I find so interesting about Dota is I shouldn't like it, and in some ways it shouldn't work.
Yeah.
Like, there's
yeah.
so much stuff about this game that is, like, air quotes, bad game design.
Yeah. But it still
excuse me.
comes together in the end
But
somehow.
somehow it comes together and it turns into this, like, amazing, awesome thing. Like, denies.
Yeah.
Like, killing your own troops? That is completely
ridiculous.
counterintuitive.
But it makes perfect sense when you apply it to the game, you know?
Right.
I mean, yeah.
And, like, having a
It's like,
secret
well, why
shop.
would you do that? Well, we do it for this reason. It's like, oh, okay. I guess I can see that.
Yeah. And also, like, the fact
Go
that the
get that
game
guy.
has, like, a secret shop, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, well, why does it have a
Gotta
secret
run with
shop?
that, buddy.
Because it's, just to be obtuse?
Bottom tower's done for.
But, I mean, the answer to that is, like, sort of.
Yeah.
Because by doing that stuff, and this is something I learned recently about fighting games, is that the reason fighting games have really complicated inputs is so that it has a higher skill ceiling
Somebody's cooking.
for the players and a higher variance of play.
Two down.
Okay.
And it's more ways that each character can be differentiated from every other character.
Ah,
So, like,
sure.
for example, Smash Brothers is... Some people would probably argue that it's not a fighting game, but for the sake of argument,
yeah.
let's call it a fighting game. But every character in Smash Brothers has the exact same moveset. So therefore, in older versions of Smash Brothers, and I think even in current ones, there is very obviously a mathematically best set of characters because there is no
There's no variability in
there's no variability there.
gameplay. Yeah.
And there's no the ceiling is lower so that player skill doesn't. How do I put this without? I don't want to say that player skill doesn't factor into it, but there isn't as much room. That's not quite right either. I'm trying to put this in a way that gets my point across, but also doesn't sound like I'm ragging on Smash Brothers or people that are good at it. Because certainly there are people that are really fucking good at Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
And they should, their skill is lauded. This is one of my kind of amazing escapes that I had in this game. I had a couple, and then I run right next to this guy, and he doesn't see me, so
Nice.
I get away. Well, no, he does, but then
Yeah.
Yep. But I still get away, if I remember correctly.
Bottom tower's getting the business.
Go walk that cane up there faster. There you go.
Is that off limits to enemies?
It's not off limits, but the tower or the fountain up here will.
Is it a mega ultra tower?
It's like a mega ultra tower.
Okay.
Like it's just super rapid shot.
Yeah.
If you're an enemy, even at max level, if you stick around for more than 5 seconds or so, you're dead.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, that's not true. I saw some tournament players do that at the internet.
But it's to be avoided.
It's to be avoided.
Yeah.
So yeah. So complexity in games. This game, Dota 2, and fighting games, getting back into fighting games after Evo, like it's made me think a lot about elegance of game design and how that might not actually necessarily be a just
from the ashes it has so
undeniable good. You know what I mean? Like elegance isn't necessarily always the best way. I mean, not elegance. That's not the word I'm looking for either. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not sure that you could call Dota an elegant game because it's, there's some elegance to it. There can be elegance in the way players perform in it.
Sure.
There can be elegance to the player skills and the way a team works together and the strategies they employ. But the game itself is complicated as hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not.
Rogue. 2 down.
I don't know. Is that really? Can a thing be complicated and elegant at the same time? I guess it can.
Sure. Why not? But I think that stems from its origins too. I mean, partially, its lack of elegance.
Right. I
And
mean,
its foundation.
it stems from its origins and its. That was a total misclick. I shouldn't have cast that. But it stems from its origins and the way it evolved sort of organically
Yeah, exactly.
over like 10 years.
This wasn't
being a mod.
one developer,
Not quite 10 years.
with a clear vision pumping this thing out. It kind of
Right. Yeah, it like tons of people had a hand in that thing
grew,
over the years.
out in several directions, from the hands of many people.
So,
Until now. Now we actually have the official version, but yeah.
but like for a long time, I thought, and I admit I was totally wrong in this. So if someone is out there saying, "Well, duh," I mean, yeah, you're right to say that. Like I thought that quote unquote good game design meant that it had to be like there was a like brilliant simplicity to it, like Tetris.
Sure.
Like it has to be some sort of irreducible atomic thing
Yeah.
about it.
I think that viewpoint is a bit myopic,
Right.
And a game like this disproves that kind of mentality.
Yeah.
I mean, because the game is more
I-
than a sum of its parts, I guess, to use a tired cliche. But an inelegant game like Dota
Radiant lost
Can-
one of the bottom towers.
have an elegance when it's actually a living game and people are playing it.
Right.
And
yeah.
Towers taking hits.
on paper, it might look like one thing, but then when it's actually
Dyer's mid tower could use a
being
little
experienced and used,
help.
it
Radiant's top tower is
takes on a
bad
whole
shape.
different life.
Sure. Yeah, and I guess
Mid tower's nothing now.
I wonder if that's. I mean, it wasn't just me either that had that idea. Like, for a very, very long time, there has always been an emphasis on, like, this sort of purity of gameplay, like purity of mechanics, and like, there's an old cliche in the video game industry and surrounding punditry and stuff of this is a way older cliche, but like people used to talk about and have arguments about graphics don't matter, like that used to be a thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's a totally different.
Don't even
I could
go
probably
there.
go on
Yeah.
for an hour about that, but that's just an example of that kind of like, you know, everyone is striving to make some kind of like pure like new Tetris or Super Mario Brothers or like Othello or chess or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or Go. You know,
Sure.
like people hold these up as examples of
Radiant
like
structures must have been fortified.
amazing, irreducible,
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
unassailable game design, like some sort of strange, pure ideal. I mean, not strange, because it makes sense. It seems strange to me now, after thinking more deeply about games like Dota and fighting games and stuff.
Radiant's mid
Because
tower's
it's the
coming
complexities of these games that make them human in a way.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like the
Perfection is inherently unhuman.
Right.
You know. And a game like this, the high level of skill required to play it,
Here's
kind
another
of,
big escape I was proud of.
yeah,
He even gets a sniper shot off on me, and I'm still going.
like the level of skill required to play a game like this, or a game like Street Fighter, well, brings out the elegance which is not inherently built into the game. If
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, it gives the players the opportunity to be the elegant part
Yeah,
of the whole
exactly,
thing.
exactly.
Like that the way they won the match at the last match in the finals. Like it was amazing.
Perfect
Like,
example of that. Yeah.
Every single other match of the international, the 2013 Dota International, like all the way through the preliminaries even. I don't know, maybe there was some that I didn't see, but for the most part, almost all of them ended with the other team given a GG.
Yeah.
Like a good game, saying, like tapping out, basically, saying, okay, you guys won.
Yeah, almost none of them.
Whoa, what's going on?
Oh, weird. Yeah, none of them that I saw ended with the actual ending of the game where the ancient is destroyed, you know?
Yeah.
Except for the very last
Except
match.
for the very last match. And
which was such a thrill to watch, and it's such a well-played ending, you know?
it was really amazing, too, because it was a thing that the other team just didn't expect it,
Yeah.
you know? And
Yeah.
they swept
Even though
in,
that
they
is like
took-
the core of the game, is
Right.
that's the game's called, you know?
Like, they were going for kills, and the other team, Na'Vi, like, they played an amazing game on a technical level, like,
Yeah.
almost technically flawless.
Yeah.
They had more kills, they had more gold, they had more resources, but Alliance still won in the end,
Yeah.
using
Towers getting
a method that they hadn't expected.
Yep.
And that's awesome. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's happening to Dota here. This is never...
Dire's mid tower.
Oh, weird.
Oh, there it goes. It's fine now. One last thing I want to talk about before we end this is the amazing spectator tools.
Yeah.
So
which
this
we're
is a
using
full
right
game
now.
that we're watching in the client.
Yeah.
And it's recorded every single thing, which that's not new.
Yeah.
Like Quake and
Dire
Doom
might
had
wanna
like
mine the top
demo
tower.
files that you could, you know, replay a deathmatch with. But the thing that's awesome and new is there's a freaking timeline for it.
Yeah.
You can jump to any time and scrub back and forth, and you can multiple
look
different camera
from,
modes.
Yeah, different people's perspective.
Different people's
and
perspective. You can have it like auto direct, which is actually really smart at.
That's
It
really
just
cool.
like automatically moves the camera over to
follows the action.
the action that's happening.
Yeah.
You can pause at any time and click around the entire map
Yeah, that's really cool.
and like inspect. Whoops. Yeah. like inspect little things like, oh, at this point in the match, this is the build that Dragon Knight had. So, I mean, and you can use this yourself. Like, after a game that you played, you see the other team do something awesome, and you're like,
How'd they do that? And then we can find out.
You can go watch it, and that's amazing.
Does it do this automatically for every game, or do you have to? Wow.
Every single game that's played.
So every game you've played is on the server that you can do this very thing we're doing right now.
They do expire after a while.
Okay.
Let's see, we were at like 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you have to. We're a little bit farther.
Dyer's mid tower.
Can you download them or something? Retrieve them somehow before they expire?
Yeah. In fact, you have to download them. Like, there is a fairly short download before you can watch them. But yeah, I'm pretty sure once you downloaded them, they're on your hard drive for as long as you want to keep them.
That's really cool.
But they're really they're not a video file.
Yeah.
They're like, I think a couple of 100 megs.
Yeah. Crazy.
But yeah, and the craziest part about all of this is you can do this with live professional matches. They sell tickets. You can go over to this watch tab, and you
look
can
at the calendar, and
you can find like here's a professional tournament going on.
Wow. Later
this week, and you can go buy like a season pass for different tournaments. And they have like for the international, I bought this thing that international compendium, and it gave me access to like make a I could make a fantasy team and like pick the winners and collect player stickers and stick them in my book, my compendium. And
that's cool.
It's amazing. And also, I didn't even mention this at all. The game is entirely free to play.
Yep.
Every single hero is unlocked for everybody at the start. You don't have to pay money for heroes. The way they make their money is through cosmetic items, of which there's some really cool stuff. And, like, even cooler to go even far down this rabbit hole, the vast majority of these cosmetic items are made by the community.
Wow.
And Valve pays the modelers, and they get voted on in the workshop by people that are, fans of the game and stuff.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's just, there's so much smart stuff surrounding this game. There are a couple of things...
Valve's a smart company. So.
There's a couple of things that I would like to see them change. First of all, I'd like to have a lot more... the library could be fleshed out a lot more. As it is, like, you can look at every hero and it tells you their moves and a little lore, and you can see a little video of how their moves work, but... that's cool.
That seems really cool. What's the...
It is cool, but for a game this complicated, I want more.
Okay.
And like the items, here's a perfect example of the kind of stuff I want. This item browser thing is not as good as it is in-game. So I can click on an item here, and I can see what it does, and if it's a thing, I can see the recipe. But in the game, when you're in the shop, you can click on any item, and it automatically shows you what the pieces are.
Oh.
So you can even like follow the tree. So like I click on that, and then I click on that, and see this can build into these 3 items.
Yeah. Why can't they put that? Yeah.
It's awesome. It's amazing.
That'd be really handy to have, I would think, outside of the game, just in looking up things.
I also would like Valve to have an official wiki, because there is a wiki out there, and like an unofficial, I think it's run by Curse Gaming. Pretty sure the company that runs like Wowhead and stuff like that.
Okay.
Maybe not. I could be wrong about that, but anyways, they run a lot of guide type sites. And it's fine, but some of it's messy, and I don't know. I would really love.
It's just not a professional.
Yeah, I would love for someone. I mean, still open it up to the community, but have someone at Valve, and goodness knows they can support it.
Yeah,
or they can afford it.
Yeah,
like have like a community manager at Valve whose job it is to keep the wiki up to date and looking nice, and
Sure.
rewarding the people that take part in it the most and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we saw how much money they spent in the international, so they got.
Yeah, that was. It was just, you could just see the money
Yeah.
all over the place. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And amazing, but ridiculous.
I'm pretty sure Valve just has a giant vault in their headquarters.
Yeah.
Probably guarded by knife-wielding guards, carrying knives forged by Gabe himself, you know.
There's a couple, like, portal sentries.
Yeah, that's even better, yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, so, and some of the stuff about the interface is really weird also. Like,
Radiant's mid-rags.
Well, that's probably, again, a product of its lineage, you know.
maybe, yeah, I don't know. But, like, it's got this weird, like, window shade thing. Like, no game, like, there's no,
At best, do something
like,
about
most,
the bottom
the
tower.
paradigm is you hit escape and you get a little menu.
Radiant's
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything. You gotta go up here and hit this.
Oh, that's
And then if you want
bizarre.
options, you have to hit this button. And then to get back out of options, you have to hit the options button again. And then there's these tabs.
Yeah, that's just unconventional, yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. That hitting escape is kind of standard fare now. You think they wouldn't, you know.
So we just swept in, took out both their mid-racks and one of their mid-tier 3 towers. Or no, the tier 4 towers.
That's 4 to
Do you win this game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we won it. Let's go follow Viper up.
So, Dota.
Dota. Yeah, I'm going to keep playing it
Radiant's top towers
at
taking
least
hits.
as long as I can stand online community. Actually, so in all the games I've
Radiant's
played,
top towers
I've only really had like one bad instance of someone being a dick.
Yeah.
And there's still some, they've done some good things. There's still some extra mileage they could get out of there. They have reporting tools for people, like pretty robust, both reporting and
Radiant's top towers in bad
what's the
shape.
word for the other thing? Commending.
Ah,
So you can report players for being dicks, and you commend players for being nice.
sure.
They need to do some more communication about it. Most players I've seen seem to take the stance that you report people that are bad at the game,
Oh, yeah.
not being dicks, and
Sure.
you commend people that are good at the game.
That's
not
not-
because they were friendly or
That's not what they're going for with that.
yeah. And you know there is even like I don't think I can get to it in this game here. Whoop! Run away, witch doctor. Nope, you're not killing me that easily. Yeah, so, you know, there's like categories for commending people, and there's categories for reporting them, and none of them say bad at the game, but
Sure.
people are going to do it anyways.
Well,
you know?
yeah.
So they could be a little bit better about that. I think they could go so.
Is that stuff paid attention to? I mean, does Valve take it seriously?
Oh
Do
yeah,
they
Valve
actually,
takes it very seriously. If
Did they
you-
actually do something? If you report someone, is it gonna make a difference?
Yeah,
or-
they get hell banned,
Okay.
which is like they get sent into their own separate hell for assholes for a little while.
Yeah.
So they only like if they get reported so many times for like communication abuse, then they get their communication privileges taken away.
Is there any recourse on the player's side? Because I don't know. In my cynical view of the internet, I could see someone reporting you for being a bad player because they're a dick, and then I mean, do you have any recourse if some asshole
I don't know. I mean,
is reporting you on made-up charges because you're not that good? You know.
I don't think I've been reported.
Yeah.
And they'll probably take like your commendations into account with all that stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lot of back end voodoo going on that
Sure.
I don't think anyone is really privy to.
Yeah.
But I still think they could go a little ways because unfortunately the communities for MOBAs are notorious and justifiably so in a lot of ways for being just the dregs of the internet.
The internet is the dregs of the internet, if
Well,
you ask me. Yeah.
Yeah, but
What online community isn't notorious for?
I do think the community for Dota 2 in particular, at least as it is right now, the fear and the fear of the community and all that stuff is kind of overstated.
Someone took
Yeah.
it.
Like, it's just people being dicks.
It's no Call of Duty online.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
I've had worse experiences on Xbox Live.
Yeah.
Easily.
Oh yeah.
Than anything
Well,
I've
that's
seen
like
in Dota
the-
so far.
Yeah.
But again, that said, I haven't played a super ton of games online yet.
Yeah.
I haven't even played a ton, let alone a super ton, I guess.
We all know that a super ton is how many times bigger than a ton? I don't
It's
know.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is turning into an hour-long video.
Yeah,
Watch
that's
this whole match here.
that's Dota. So you've watched the whole match with us, so
Yeah,
you're obviously an expert now.
and
Audience, you know.
this is probably, this is on par. We did do that jumping around a little bit, but
Oh, so
we're
you're
gonna-
out there. You're gonna take down that tower and kill the ancient.
yep,
Radiant's mid tower's in trouble.
we're doing it right here.
Yep.
Get hold of the ancient over on the Radiant side.
So yeah, we're attacking the tower. You can see the life bar going down.
Yeah,
on their
real
little-
quick. Boom.
There. Yay!
Sweet.
Then of course you get drops at the end of every game.
Yeah,
Random cosmetic drops. Will
Oh.
it replay the drops? Oh yeah, it does.
that's cool.
So these are the player stickers.
Nice.
Ooh, he got an alliance player. Who did he get? Oh, S4. Cool. Yeah, and you can also get chests that contain random items for which you can buy a key to unlock.
Yeah. Hence, it's a free-to-play game.
All right, so that'll do it for Dota 2 for this
Dota
video at
2.
least. For this digging into Dota 2.
You gonna make some more?
I might.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll record some matches here and there, or
Sure.
make fun of myself online.
Right.
But yeah, check it out if you're interested in this kind of stuff,
Yep.
or even if you're not. Give it a shot anyways. I surprised myself.
Oh yeah,
much
totally.
I like this
Never
game.
thought you'd get into this game, but here you are. So
Yep.
thanks for watching.
Thanks.